So unfortunately, I found a couple of tears on the Spinnaker. Don't know if you can see that, one there and one there. There's actually a few little holes dotted about the top here. You just don't notice them at all until you hold it up to the light, and then you can see through them. Now, the little dots, I mean, look, there's one, I've marked them out here. These have tried, they're just little tiny puncture holes, but they're contained within the ripstop. So I've actually given them a good old tug and they're fine. These, however, so it's this hole, oh, let me get the camera up, this hole here, you can see that's a little bit ripping, and this one particularly, and this little one here. So I think we're going to make a couple of patches, not too big, just to cover these. The sail is so slippy, it just keeps sliding off. Let me try and tuck it under here, and that's better. So I've got my Dacron tape. This is really good stuff actually, it's really sticky. And I'm just going to do a small enough patch that will sort of go around there, just a small one. So that's going to be my first circle. So let's try and get that as close to the edge there as possible. Just draw that little circle around there. Yeah, I think this one needs to be a little bit bigger. So let's get that one. There we go. So there's the two little discs. So we'll do this bigger one, smaller one first. So let's get the first one on. And all we got to do really is make sure this is not creasing the sail at all. And it does stick really well actually. I've never used this tape without stitching it, over stitching it, but I'm hoping that it'll at least last me to the end of the season, and then we can maybe do another patch. I'm a little bit miffed that, I mean, I know I got the sail, I probably would have paid the same amount of money for the sail anyway as I did, but he did tell me there was no rips or tears in the sail, which is not actually true. So, but anyway, there we go. And there we go. So let's bring the sail up there. There you go. Looks like a nice little design actually, but that will definitely keep the sail honest. Yeah. And if we need to stitch over it, we've got the sewing machine now to do a little stitch if we need to. I've actually had to glue my stick back together. This is my little 3-meter carbon fibre pole. To be honest with you, I've had nothing but trouble with this, swivelling, and the top here constantly comes undone. But I'm hoping this little cap here completely came off, so I'm hoping now I've glued it with some Gorilla Glue. That usually takes about 4 or 5 hours to cure fully. I'm hoping that will do the trick and give me a little more life in the pole yet. Just going to sand this other cleat so it's smooth and ready to go for the other side of the boat. Okay, some goodies have arrived. So this is mainly to do with making the Spinnaker for the lugger. So the first thing I've got, I didn't know which snap shackles to get. So I got 3 of each of these. They're not expensive. And I just didn't know which size to get. So I've got this size, and these are more spin locky, and these are more fixed. The more I look at these, the more I think they're the wrong ones. I've got the Spinnaker here. Let me just get a... okay. Oh, actually, I thought the Spinnaker had holes, eyelets in it, but they don't. So these will work. Just gonna have to squeeze them through. Yeah, they'll work. This one barely fits, actually. It's actually quite snug. I think these are going to be too small. However, I do use these. Yeah, they're just too big, sorry. So they're too big, but I do use these. I think they're about... Well, I got an offer on for buying more than 3, so there we go. So this will be for the halyard and the 2 clews, the tack and the clue of the sail. Just put that away. I've got a block. Now, well, I'll show you this in more detail when we get back to the boat. But this block is supposed to... Well, this will replace my jib sheet block. And that should have this line and my jib sheet line running through it. That's perfect, that line. Yeah, 8 mil. This is 6 mil. And it'll have the jib using one block and the Spinnaker using the other. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I've found very little help on this online. I was going to buy a Tufnell block, but they didn't have them in stock, and this one is much stronger for the money as well, so I thought I'd stick with that. 6 mil Dyneema line for the halyard, and then 6 mil Dyneema line that should be enough to do both the tack and clue of the sail. And what else have I got here? I did have a cleat. I just need a few more of these cleats. These are 155 Allen and Holt open cleats. So that's all. One of the things that has evaded me through my sailing career so far is using Spinnakers. I figured that actually using a Spinnaker on the Dacron will be a bit easier than using it on the mirror. I certainly know how to rig it better on the Dacron. So yeah, so I think that's just the way it's gone. So yeah, I've got all the bits now. It needs a few more bits, so we will need a few little pulleys maybe, just to run the sheets for the Spinnaker aft and round maybe. We might need some clam cleats, I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't really know how I'm going to do that bit yet, but yes, this is everything we need, and hopefully we can get her flying.